We are tired because the numbers are overwhelming. We have doctors here that are working nonstop every day for weeks on end without days off. We have nurses that are being pushed to their limits, not just physically, but emotionally, watching the turmoil of people dying and families being torn apart.
Seeing someone air hungry, fight for air, it's not something I would wish upon anybody.
Once you've seen chest compressions on somebody, it really hits home. It is very brutal and painful.
I survived a war times, and I came actually from war zone country, and I have seen so many casualties in a wartime. None shake me from inside until this COVID disease, because I lost an elderly couple, 87 years old and 89 years old, on the same time, the same day, the same hour in the ICU.
By the time you leave this place, you're drained, and you're giving all your effort to do everything you can to help these patients.
I've been a nurse for 10 years, and I've never lost patients before. This isn't what I signed up to do, but I've lost 4 patients since COVID. Sorry.
I had a wife that hadn't talked to her husband in 13 days, and I FaceTimed, and we cried on the phone because that was the first time she was able to see her husband for the first time, and he was vented, and so he couldn't talk back. He didn't know she was there, but just because she was able to see him, she thanked me. And stuff like that people don't understand.
I have an elderly parent who lives with me, and I worry every day that I come home. And she wants to give me a big hug the minute I walk in the door, and it's like, don't touch me, because I need to go get changed, I need to take a shower. I don't want to give you this virus.
It does get emotional. When I leave this place, I talk to my wife, and she sees me. She sees how emotional. Excuse me.
On a personal level, I have a family member who is immunocompromised, and so every day that I come here, I risk him getting infected with COVID-19. It's pretty simple. Wearing the mask protects you and protects me.
I have 3 of my own children. One is 11, one is 7, and one is 5. And even if I stay in bed a few extra minutes, they're like, I hope you're okay, Mom. You don't have COVID. They ask me every day. How I'm feeling when I get home, and if I have any symptoms. Because they're scared to lose their mom here.
I would plead to anybody that doesn't believe in masks to look at the data. And we actually have data. Masks decrease transmission of the virus. Whether or not you catch it, whether or not you become severely ill, you can spread it to other people who might not be as lucky as you. Please wear a mask. I realize you may not believe in it. If not for your sake, do it for the people around you.
If you could walk a day in our shoes and see firsthand the reality that we're facing every day when we work, I think you would probably change your mind.
We are free people in a free country. However, freedom ends when it causes harm to others. I guarantee that people without mask, they are at higher risk of contracting the virus and distributing the virus to others. If we both have the mask on, we decrease the chances to less than 10%.
The droplets that people expel out of their cough have the potential to travel 6 to 8 feet, and not wearing the mask prevents you from having a barrier.
So a lot of nurses get some raw tissue on the nose.
I wear this for 12 to 14 hours, depending on how many patients I have. I may be here longer. This is the Band-Aid that I put on from it rubbing raw every day.
And really anytime I go out, when I'm outside of work in public, I also wear a mask.
I feel like I'm up to the challenge. I can do this forever, but I just need and ask for the cooperation of the community. It hurts me a lot when I go to any shopping malls or centers, and I see half of the people, they don't wear the mask. And they don't know that I lost 3 patients last week because of the COVID in the ICU.
With the holidays coming, that's going to be a real risk of spreading this disease to your entire family.
Even if you have visitors at home that are not in your family, you should be wearing your mask among 2 or 3 people together, over your nose, over your mouth, and at all times in public places.
This is what we were called to do, this is what we were born to do, and we're rising to that occasion. But now it's time to take a step back and ask something in return, and it's something so simple.
Please just put on your mask for as long as it takes to rid this pandemic.